Well, when I came to San Carlos, Father Joe asked me to take the RCIA because Sister Dolores had been director for the RCIA and she was leaving. And so I had been involved with RCIA at St. Francis. So I said, well, okay, I'll give it a try. And so I did. And I have been involved with the RCIA really at some levels since the 80s. And I just think that's one of the most wonderful things that we have really started getting more involved in, and that's the RCIA. And so my experience at San Carlos, the first Easter Vigil that I had a group of RCIA folk going through, that was just marvelous. What holds it together? Families. There is a history of families. You go to Mass and you see 4 generations, there. And then as my grandchildren grew up and now they're off at college and so on, my favorite part of Sunday Mass is when the little ones come up to be blessed. And the little tiny ones, and they're reluctant sometimes, but then they get there and they're just looking around, And then when they bring the gifts, they look like, okay, now what comes next, But it's, and when the people sing and clap, it's the words of that song is that, we are the church, happy to be. And it goes on and says that, young and old. And that's what makes me really feel this is my family, not just the 4 or 5 of us sitting in the pew, but everybody in there. That's my family. The future I see of San Carlos is that it still holds to its feeling of family, that they still welcome people and say, oh, you're new. Glad you're here. And bring them in. And that the children that we see now going up, to be blessed are now the ones who are leading us. They're the ones doing the readings. They're the ones as Eucharistic ministers. They're the ones that are keeping this parish together. It's not just stones that hold the church together, It's the spirit of the people that bind it together. So I would hope to see, I don't want to really see any major changes, like, oh, we should have a bigger church or whatever else. I want to see San Carlos just as it is now, at least the exterior, but I want to see the interior growing in ever more in spirit and in unity with each other and in unity with the Lord.